Hello, Geminis. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Happy holidays. Now, this is going to be a very special tarot card reading, as this is what I'm calling a 4 seasons spread. So we are starting off with the winter solstice, going into the spring equinox, summer solstice, and then the fall equinox. So this is a 5-card spread, with the center card being the best season for Gemini's year ahead. Keep in mind, Gemini, this is a general reading, so I'm picking up Gemini's energy in general. All right, so let's get started. First card, winter solstice. So let's see what's going on for the winter season. 5 of Swords. Okay, Gemini. 5 of Swords for your winter position card. For some Geminis, this card is showing up indicating that during the particular timeline for the 5 of Swords, there could be an argument where you're kind of in that winning at all costs. You're in that kind of mindset where you're going to say something that you're going to regret later, that you can't take back. The timeline for this tarot card is actually the end of January, like January 20th through the 29th. So Gemini, watch your communication during that time frame. There could be something that you feel very strongly about, Gemini, and you're really going to have to ask yourself, how important is it when you look at like the big picture in life as a whole? Now, this is actually Aquarius's card in energy, so a sister air sign possibly involves an Aquarius around you. And since this card is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, could actually be someone quite close to you. Maybe why the conversation goes into maybe a heated argument so quickly. And if you notice here, the clouds are gray. So there's a lot of confusion, and emotions are really getting in the way of thinking clearly at this time. This number 5 energy that goes with this card likes to shake things up. It has a tendency to try to break old habits. It's lessons learned with situations when this card turns up. So for your winter position, and it's actually taking place in winter, January 20th through the 29th, watch your communication. Now, 5 is also the number of the throat chakra, so something's going to come out, maybe at an inopportune time, or it's perceived in a different way than what you meant it, or you could have really meant it, and it was something that was really straight to the core, aimed at someone. So let's pull a clarifying card for the 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay. Ace of Cups. Wow. Now, from a timeline perspective, Ace of Cups is like immediately. So it's going to be a discussion, a heated argument, as this Ace of Cups represents an overflowing cup of emotions and feelings, a tremendous amount, just abundance of it. And certainly, one of the meanings associated with the Ace of Cups is the need to just let your feelings out. So there's going to be some kind of opportunity, possibly with an Aquarian, where you're really going to tell it like it is. That's the best way I can put this. So just a heads up, that's something that could occur in January. Towards the end. Could be a family member, could be someone at work. I am picking up a strong indication here of something in the workplace or something that is work related, something that may be connected with business. So really, just a heads up on that. Next, we've got the spring equinox. So what's coming up or sprouting or emerging in spring? And you have the 5 of Wands. Now, the Wands energy usually turn up in spring. It's like the fastest season per se. We're talking about things that can happen hours and just days, as opposed to the winter months, which could take months or years for that energy. So Five of Wands here can be some kind of conflict. Again, there could be arguments, the clashing of personalities. It could be representing some kind of competition, or it could be a group working together, trying to solve some kind of issue or problem here. Could be like a brainstorming type energy. But you still have differences of opinions and viewpoints and outlooks. So certainly this could be some kind of project that you might be working on with a team. And I'm just picking up like an energy here of just be careful of having a certain idea and thinking that's the only way to go. It's kind of an energy here that's telling you, remember what team that you're on, Gemini. And again, you have that number 5 energy, which can really shake things up. Now, the timeline for the Five of Wands is actually in summer, July 22nd through August 1st. So this is Leo's card and energy. It's ruled by Saturn, so there's a timing element here. And with this card actually having that timeline of what's going to be like the last week in July, there could be something that involves like this kind of energy, whether it be a project or something you're working on or working towards. But it seems to be like a group effort. And there's this timeline, could be a deadline that this here, which is starting in the spring, has a deadline, which would be that last week in July, where it has to be finished by August 1st. That's what I'm picking up. So let's pull a clarifying card for the Five of Wands, see what other information we get. But there's a timing element with this being ruled by Saturn. So I keep seeing like a deadline when something has to be completed or ready to proceed or open. That's kind of what I'm picking up. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, Gemini. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo individual. You've already got the Leo energy already with this Five of Wands. You're getting the Queen of Wands. So this is a fire energy affiliated with this fiery conflicting card as it is. Definitely could be someone that you're dealing with that has a different viewpoint, maybe having discussions, some conflict. Definitely. So something that you're working on or involved with in the spring, and it can be work-related, business-related, something of that nature. You're up against the Queen of Wands. And if it isn't a fire sign, it's someone that has the same traits of the Queen of Wands. Somebody that's very successful, very persuasive, very dramatic, I want to say. And someone who's used to things going the way they want them to. So heads up on that for springtime. And actually, the Queen of Wands timeline is March 11th through April 10th. This could actually be the time period that you're meeting up with this person. Maybe when the discussions first start in early March, and something that like you're talking about, trying to solve issues or problems, differences of opinion, is all kind of coming up because of like the Saturn energy here with time is of the essence, which I feel there's some kind of deadline or something that you have to have finished. I'm picking up like there's documents or contracts, work has to be done, finished, remodeling, whatever it is over here in summer by August 1st. That's the best way that I can explain everything that I'm picking up here. There's a lot coming through. Now, next, summer solstice, sorry. So what's going on here for the summer months for you, Gemini? Kind of an indication of maybe rewards coming in at this time. and you have the Nine of Wands. Now, the timeline with the Nine of Wands is actually December 3rd through the 12th. And I don't feel like this is like next winter season. I feel that there's something that might have taken place, meeting someone, talking to someone, hearing about someone. There's something connected to that first week in December here, 2021. And this might have been like your initial contact with what's going to end up being the Queen of Wands that you're dealing with. Now, whether it be a fire sign or someone that exhibits those kind of strong qualities. And yes, certainly you're going to be on the defensive. All the wands here in the background are all your experiences, what you've been through, dealing with people, what you've been up against. And there might be something within one of these wands that you learned a lesson, and maybe you can use that lesson to help you out at this time. Because you are dealing with the Queen of Wands here in the spring. But now, your summer card is the Nine of Wands, where you're really on the defensive. You're in that mode of kind of expecting the worst, maybe from this person. And that's where I always warn about the law of attraction. If you expect the worst, that's certainly what you're going to get. And you might have been feeling this way, kind of on the defensive, maybe a little apprehensive from the start, which would have been here, like the first week in December. Just not sure of who I'm picking up here. So there's some kind of connection or something that took place then. Could be a very small thing. Or it could exactly be that is when you met this person, or heard about this person, or dealt with this person. Something that week is now you're really on guard by the time summer hits. Might have something to do with that deadline date that's affiliated here with the Nine of Wands. Keep picking up the deadline that needs to be done here in summer by August 1st. And if I was correct in picking up some kind of remodeling, something that has to be done by the 1st of August, I keep picking that up. So that's why you've got this very apprehensive, on-guard energy in summer. So yeah, definitely. Let's pull a clarifying card for the Nine of Wands. See if we can get more information. Oh, wow. You see what this is, Gemini? The King of Wands. That's Leo. And look at the card in this deck. That is certainly a larger than life Leo. I mean, look at the throne. Look at the extra long wand. And look at the attitude. Wow. I'm picking up this is someone that you're dealing with. And this could be in regards to business that you're involved with, possibly together. This could be someone else. It doesn't necessarily have to be this same energy. This could be like something in the workplace. This can be a boss, a coworker, someone that you're having to work with. And there's just like this deadline factor here. And you're dealing with someone, very fiery energy, that's not happy. Now, the Nine of Wands here is ruled by the moon. So there's things going on behind the scenes. Maybe something that you're not aware of. You're not going to see it coming. And this is all taking place in summer. So for some Geminis, this could be like an interview. This could be a deadline for when the job needs to be filled, or the deadline for when you can apply. You may be going on an interview, and who you're interviewing with is this very strong Leo personality. And Leos are very good at seeing the potential in people, so don't let that scare you off, Gemini. Now, the King of Wands actual timeline for this tarot card could definitely be who you're dealing with over here in the spring. Could be the same. But with that timeline with the Five of Wands, July 22nd through August 1st, the King of Wands is possibly, it might be an additional person that you're working with, but their timeline is July 12th. So they're showing up like 10 days coming into like that summertime July period. This could be someone that you're talking to in regards to possibly a job, some kind of work that needs to get done. And I just keep picking up some kind of remodeling. So this could be like a foreman type energy, the person that's in charge of the work that has to be done. And you're dealing with that person. And this person's timeline is July 12th through August 11th. So this could be someone that you're hoping is going to get the work done by the August 1st deadline. And that might not be happening due to circumstances. And it's going to miss the deadline because the King of Wands timeline is through August 11th. So with the tarot cards, you can be very specific with what's happening, when, and possibly who it is and why. And so far, out of all the readings, Gemini, I've done with this new spread, this is certainly the most detailed. Now, the Nine of Wands, that 9 numerology energy is about review. So I feel it's like going over maybe resumes, applications, maybe blueprints, contracts, documents. So it could be, Gemini, that there was something that you wanted to have done by August 1st, and it's taking longer than you anticipated. Wow. All right. Last card here for the seasons, fall equinox. What has gone well? What's going to flourish? What were the lessons learned? What are you going to harvest? And you have the Seven of Cups. And actually, specifically, maybe deciding upon something during this card's timeline of November 13th through the 22nd. That's going to be a significant week. Might be that you have like all these choices and options, not sure what it is you want to concentrate on. You might be making a decision during that timeline, so certainly can be in regards to how you want to go about something in regards to your future. It can be how you feel about someone. It can be in regards to how you want something to go, the direction for your future. So thinking about all that information. And the only warning with this card is not to get caught up in this energy where you end up not making any single choice, and then things would come to a halt. Now also, Seven of Cups likes to show up when it's letting you know you need to shake things up in order for you to recognize like different options that you can take. And definitely something could be happening November 13th through the 22nd. And that's 2022. So let's pull a clarifying card for the Seven of Cups. Could be something spiritual with the number 7 influence here. Ace of Wands. Let's get that to focus. Now, in the Ace's timeline, it's usually like immediately. So right at the beginning of this Seven of Cups timeline, there's going to be a new opportunity. It's going to help you to decide. And again, that would be starting with like November 13th. So right at the beginning there, something new is going to present itself, something that you're really going to want to take advantage of. And I feel like it's something spiritual because this is kind of like divine intervention here. Could have something to do with your home, something that involves around your home. It certainly could be like some burst of creative energy, some source of inspiration. And I feel it's something you're going to grab and just run with this, Gemini, whatever it is. So very nice energy here. Now, of course, our center card here. And let me just kind of unbury it. All right. Center card. What will be the best season in the year ahead for Gemini? Wow, you received the Five of Pentacles. Now, don't pay attention to what's on this card, as we're just interested in this card identifying what is the timeline for the best season in 2022 for you, Gemini. With the Five of Pentacles, definitely it's springtime, kind of like mid-April to the end of April. And that could have a lot to do with the planetary alignment going on at that time. Once again, that five energy. So it's not so much the meaning behind this card, it's the timeline behind this card is what we're looking at for the card being in this position. So it is indicating springtime, mid-April to the end of April. And that can be when, wow, there's so much going on, so much planning and excitement of whatever is taking place here in the spring. So for some of you, could be a work-related project you're working on and you're extremely excited about it. For others, it could be a business, just getting all the details working up and running. So Gemini, looks like it's going to be spring. You're going to enjoy what you're working on, what's actually taking place. It's not yet up to that deadline type energy. That's at the end of July. So let's pull a last clarifying card. And this is going to be for your best season. Nice. Three of Wands. Love this energy. It's an indication here that right at this time period, you're moving forward with definite plans. You're setting things in motion. Three of Wands is also that springtime period. So definitely spring for you, Gemini. Even though it looks like a lot of conversations, differences of opinion, strong personalities, you're going to enjoy the end result of what you're creating here. But I think spring is so up and down because of the planetary alignment that's taking place in 2022. So know, Gemini, that you're going to get through this, and it certainly could be the biggest excitement for you for 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. And for private tarot card reading, the links are listed below. And in January, I will be adding the 4 Seasons Tarot Spread reading to the readings that are available on my website. So, love and abundance to my Gemini family.